it can be ready for next week. And just going to work on some pack stuff. Feel free to ask questions, do whatever. There's no agenda, just whatever comes up. Feel free to ask any questions. Let me put down. Feel free. All right, let me get my stuff loaded here. Every time I have to restart, everything gets thrown out of whack. I'll try to keep an eye on chat if people have questions. Hey, Hazen. But what I'm working on today is, it's not like anything revolutionary. I was just creating an LP locker, essentially, so that projects can lock their LP. And basically what happens is what I want it to do is every time you lock LP in here, it increments the time proportionally to, like, if you had an initial lockup of 12 months, and then halfway through you lock up another 10%. Ideally, what'll happen is it'll just extend all of it together. So I don't want to track it separate. I just want one like simple thing, and I may iterate it from there. But for now, I had it working. I just got to make some tweaks, and I wanted to grab one of my other contracts. There was some code I had in there that I want to reuse, so kind of help speed this up a little. That is our locker account. It's going to be main cap locker. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Usually don't store guards, but I think today I'm going to change my mind on that. We'll see. For now, for testing, I don't need any of that crap. But I do need a contract I haven't opened in a long time. I don't know if I remember what it's called. Let's see. Okay. So first, we'll need a cap. I'm going to do it all here. Def cap. Lock. You know what? I'm going to reuse this. Yeah, for locker dash lock. Let's see, where did I use that? Locker lock. That's not confusing at all. Here. I'm just going to true this. Surprised it's not blue. Okay, so yeah, rec locker, and then I think I need acquire capability locker. That's not a string, it's just locker. Alright, so that's good. And then we're just creating a user guard. So run. So get dash account locker, acquire locker, get blocker, which will I'm gonna have to do this, I think. So this is a blocker dashboard. Blocker. Okay. User guard. And then this is rifle. Should be good. Expected time. Okay. I see why I did it backwards. Why did I do this? Backwards day. Should be happier now. Alright, let's see. Will you force token go while it's creating new? I won't force anything. But what I will do is I will add it to our data to show you which portion of all created LP tokens are locked or burned. So essentially, if you lock up 1,000 KDA, right, and your token goes off in 100 X's, you pull the liquidity, you just nuke everybody, right? Okay, nothing I can really do to stop you. I can give you tools to not do that, for sure. Some have used them, some will, some won't. But what I'm trying to do here is add a pack control feature. So create your contract, create your LP, and you can set your LP and then put this in here. And what I can do is I can read from here. I'm only going to count it if you do this because I'm going to emit events from here. But what we'll be able to do is show you, like, let me pull one up real quick. This is the beauty of streaming this stuff. So you would go to Explore, go to Azuki, Dookie, and somewhere in here I'd be like, instead of holders, because I don't really care about holders, maybe I replace this with locked LP. And what I'd like to show is how much, and then the percentage of the total pool that's locked. And then the time it's locked for. So like it'll unlock as of like a year from now or something. If people want to do it. Yeah, it'll be similar to that, Hazen. It'll be a new coin. Let's see here. Look at this delightful treat we have today. Does he have 11 toes? Is that the 11 supply? I mean, that's what it's for. If you want to just pop something up quick. And the one thing I won't support, which I noticed, oh my god, Pump Fun just did, was they finally disabled streaming. Like, this is where I try to explain to people, like, we don't want to mirror that because people are literally willing to kill themselves to make a few bucks. Whether they are or not, some are crazy, and I won't have any of that. I want nothing to do with that crap. So this is why some of the sales stuff that I had was really cool, but I disabled because I could see immediately how easy it would be to scam people. I at least want to add steps for people. I don't want to just give it all to you in like one little interface. You could go raise a bunch of funds and rug within a second. Like I don't want any of that crap. Like if people find that it's too difficult because I added a few extra steps, then I don't want them making tokens anyways. Because the process itself, when it works, obviously there's been little hiccups, and I think a lot of people run into the name creation, put in spaces, and there almost everybody has. Once we get through all those little things and everything's humming along, then we'll talk about these things. But this is like, I've got stats now. So these stats, I've got to normalize them. So like these tokens that haven't had volume in the last 24 hours will still show up in here. But baby steps. I've got the data I was showing last week is in here now. So you can, and you can see our DEX volumes kind of popping off today, getting up there. That's really exciting, actually. I mean, this is, if I had a chart, I should chart transactions volume, actually. I think that would be an interesting stat for people to see. In fact, I'm going to add that to my list. This should be easy. I've got all the data. But I'd like to show, like, I could show a graph of transactions on the DEX. Soon, the DEX stats will come off of here, and it'll just be token go tokens. It's challenging, right? Because we're using the same data set, so I just have to massage it a little bit. But I've already got them split out. But I thought it was cool. Like, you can go in here, and now if you play around, if you want to see 7-day stats, you could come in here. This is pulling real time, so it's pretty much as fast as it's going to be. Azuki's done almost 70K in volume. I mean, they've been up since November 7th. I mean, you're talking 3 weeks. So I know an anomaly, maybe, but this is what you'll probably see more of as people realize, like, holy shit, like, we have tokens that have been here for years that can't pull this kind of volume in a month. And what's the next one going to be? That's for people to decide. I'm trying. I had bought some stuff. I didn't realize even how much I bought because the liquidity was all messed up from a percentage standpoint, but I'm going to try to stay out of these, let people have their fun. Yeah. So I hate web development, actually. I do not like front-end development at all. I like back-end development, and I do like coding in Pact, Solidity, and Rust. This should be a stable coin. Oof. You'd have to be unstable to do something like that, so. All right, so create. Get account is create principal. Get locker. I'm going to just make this more clear. Account. All right. So require locker. You have a def cap. You have to require locker. So you create user guard with require locker. You create your account by using locker guard. Get locker account. Okay, that should be good. So, right. Let's just make sure. Rocking out to some music that people probably won't like, but LP locker. Oh. Seriously? Oh, let's just add it to this for now. So this would be load LP lock. Cannot resolve get account. Okay. Maybe. Let's see what locker account, get account. That's because it doesn't exist, does it? It is get locker account now. So that's a good point. It's not actually. Let's see. Okay, cool. There we go. What's the code on the placard behind you? Okay, so this is, if you're a Rick and Morty fan, this is a Meeseeks operation. So I'm Mr. Meeseeks, look at me. And then if it's not completed, complete it. If it is completed, stop existing. Else, just create them. Existence is pain. One of my friends got it for me. I thought it was cool. I liked having my kids placard up there, but I don't want their names on there. Alright, so sweet. Alright, so this would be a get Walker count for me. That's a mouthful. Should be the same, actually. Should be identical. Okay, so let's see if this. Okay, so require. You didn't have to answer that. We thought about open sourcing my projects. I've open sourced about a quarter of my projects. It's been in my back pocket to actually open source all of them, but then I've got to take the time to document stuff. And a lot of my code, I just don't care. There's probably value in it, but what happens whenever I open source stuff is people ask me like a million questions, and it'll be like the same 5 people because they're very interested in learning more, which is cool. But I try to control it a little bit more by if you ask me for access to a repo that I have, in most cases I'll grant it. Like this stuff, this code will end up on chain, so it's all open anyways, and I license everything. MIT, completely do whatever you want with it. So maybe this repo when I'm done, I'll open this one up because it's fine. Yeah, I can see X comments. What's up, Ron? Here, test my new DApp on stream. Okay. I don't have that wallet on this computer is the only problem. But if it's easy enough, I can set up a new one real quick if you tell me if that's possible or not. I feel like I'm getting off track from what I'm trying to do though. Let me see. Contracts. What did I call this module? It was maybe. Oh boy, I created this like 2 years ago. I don't remember what I called it. It is easy. Let me just grab it real quick. Dest extension wallet. Can I get it in like the Chrome store? I wish I could do it in links. That'd be convenient. Okay, we'll do it later. We'll do it later this week. I want to do another stream tomorrow and Wednesday, so why don't we just do it then? Why don't you just come on and do it with me? We can show it. I gotta finish this, so I can't remember. They call it Smart Wallet, maybe. I want my Smart Wallet code because I did some cool stuff in there. I don't remember what I called it. It's like the best problem to have is I have so much code out here. I don't remember. Kadena Pay. I bet it's this one. Maybe event. Nope, it's not this one. It's my donation contract, which I thought was cool. Nobody else did. Donate. It's not the minter. Oh, that was from V1. Holy cow. Create. Let's see if this is it. So we have create principal. Let's try. All right, so count string. I guarantee you it's gonna have a stroke with what I just did. Oh no, I'm wrong. But let's see if it actually. Me. Ooh yeah, baby. Let's see. You. We. Alright. So now I'm using my contract. User guarded. So what I have to add the logic here, there's additional logic I have to add to like validate that this is your account, essentially. Like, so with capability of locker lock. So this would be like. So I need some kind of enforce key set in here, which I'll add. And then what we can do is we create a user guarded account for each one of these, and then we'll store your liquidity tokens in each card. So technically what you'll do is you'll actually create a new one for locker account, get locker. What we're gonna have to do is name and account. So this is gonna be name, get locker account. And this will be important so that I can split them up and keep them separate. That way, even if you found a way to break the logic in my table and extract somebody else's token, this should stop you. It'll just be an extra capability I add. This should stop you from being able to withdraw it because you can't satisfy the guard is looking for. I'm going to rework this a little bit, but for demonstrating, it's what I need to test. So I'm not going to get too hung up on it. All right, so we do secure it. Okay, we don't launch until all the to-dos are happy, so pretty safe. So name. Just make sure it's the worst. We Maybe. Perfect. Perfect. All right, good. That should change every time. So that's what I want. They'll be unique. The chances of somebody being able to steal your K account and mimic it is nil. So that'd be hard to break. Do I have an OnlyFans? No, but if I could make money, I probably would. I feel like that's an easy way. Like I know some people who do it. Whatever. And I don't care if they do it. Like, it doesn't bother me one bit. Uh, Most of them regret it that I've talked to. Uh, but I don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm too old to know a lot of people who do it. Like, if I was in like my 20s, I'd probably I'd probably have more info. But being married and not wanting to ever be on there, I know what it is. But it's I feel like if you go on there, like you're just looking for trouble. I don't know. Good for single people, like, or people who don't care about whatever it's going to mean. People do like weird stuff. We were just talking about pump fun, and people are like, "Oh my god, you got to be more like them." And I'm like, "Dude, people are literally like threatening to kill themselves, like for the price of a token." I'm like, "I'm not supporting that crap. Like, get out of here with that." All right, so lock liquidity. Made this last night, so you're gonna in here lock it, lock your account. What to use? Oops. Ah, come on. Get out of here. I'm hiding on. So this would be like a coin to get details. Bob. Get Bob's. Yeah, I don't have coin loaded, do I? Um, what did I call this? Uber? Alright, what did I do? Did I not init everything? Swap test. Back earlier. Get in the init customers. Over here. Sure. Going to. Did I spell? I did. That's all. Okay. Going to details. Oh. Okay. So Bob's in here. Okay, doke. Well, I can test with him. So what we'll do is I'm just gonna add it here for now. I want to do lock liquidity, and then I need to satisfy locker lock. Lock it up. That's what it was, right? Bob key. Yeah. Okay, so use and then Bob 5.0, and this is coin. We're going to lock liquidity, and just so everybody knows, this function is going to utterly fail, which is fine. All right, we have more class. Yeah, I don't know about that, but I know there's like and maybe Hazen, you were one of them. I know there's been a couple of people who've asked if I'll come on here and like teach Pact. I would be happy to. If people have questions, feel free. I'm trying to check chat like every couple minutes. It's kind of on like the other side. I need to figure out how to like. If I switched my screens, my chat would be like right in front of my face while I'm coding here, so I'd see it easier. So maybe next time. I just don't like looking right into my microphone that's right here. All right, and then we'll commit. Yeah. So this is gonna fail. I already know it's gonna fail. I wonder if you know why it's gonna fail, but I'm just safe. Okay, LP lock. LP locker. That's why. My ID lied to me. It took a strategic fail, guess. Okay. LP locker not found. Liar. Absolute hogwash. I'm using the namespace. Got LP locker. Loading LP lock. Shouldn't matter, but let's see. We just loaded this module, LP lock. Right. Oh, no kidding, it's not found now. What did I do? Isn't like doesn't like that being loaded like that. Loaded after token. Confused. Why does it care if I load these like this? Okay, well, whatever. It's stupid. Alright. Read row not found. Block liquidity. Blocker. Okay. We are some classy people. Let me see what I have done. I feel like that's fine. Maybe I just. Oh, what is my structure here? Rob key. Caps. P dash. B6. I need key. Caps. Let's see what it's doing. Like this. My ID is not happy with working in here today. It's only something I don't know. So this would be locker lock. Locker lock Bob. 29 details. Okay. Alright, Scallywags. Let's see if this is accurate. Row not found. Details, it's not passing. LP locker, locker lock. Locker lock. Why is it not passing my name in here? With capability locker lock. A lot of locker names. Locker lock. That guard. I mean, that should be correct. Let's see. Oh, it's right there. Enforce guard, at guard, and death. Death cap, locker lock. Locker, oh. The line 20 saying that's empty. I don't think it's key set. I think it's guard. I get some like private DMs that actually like pop me out of my trance for a minute. It's funny. I'm not going to say what was just said to me, but it's funny. Maybe 6. Alright. Key. Bob key. Bob dash key is correct. Caps. Structurally, it looks good. Just flip this out to make it easier to see. That closes it off. P locker. Just in case it. And Bob. Seems like it's set up fine. Functions it actually. So line 38. Just hate when like the basic stuff doesn't work. It's loaded, so block liquidity 940. So we're gonna transfer coin from Bob. Okay. So it's not auto. I bet it's not auto creating the account. That's what's complaining about. So like, let me just. Let me just see what this is trying to do. I made this overly complicated for myself now by adding the extra field. So let's take out name for now. Don't need it. Okay. So it's fine. I know how to fix this. I just want to cheat right now. So going to create dash count or use coin create dash count. Get dash walker dash count Bob. And then I need walker dash card Bob. Okay, let's just do that for now. I'll add that to my flow, but I bet that's what's causing our problem. So before we do that, we gotta create it. Okay. Or not. I just don't understand what locker block is coming up. What if I don't require this for a second? See if that's actually what's going on. That is interesting that it doesn't like that, but account is defined up here. It's because of that. Okay. Okay. Alright, that makes sense. Okay, so it was just because I was with default reading in account, which I obviously don't want to do. Alright, so what's I'm happy about now? Valid argument received. Time. Oh. Did you know what day you want to do it? Anyways, Ron? Want to do it tomorrow or Wednesday? Cheat and say current dash. You could add time like that, but let us fill time. So you said just using this. I'm wondering if I use a function here all the time, and it's not. Tomorrow? Yeah, let's find a time tomorrow. Yeah, I think that's fine. We can do it tomorrow. I'll throw it up on here. I'm just goofing off right now anyways. Okay. I must have cheated and used... I made a function before to just add integers to time, but apparently I can't do it this way. Oh. Current time. I know what I can do. Space tomorrow at 10. Yeah. That should be fine. I mean, anytime around now, or anytime around then is usually pretty safe. Just want to steal my... What I'll end up doing is I'll make it like a different... Make it like a different way, and I like the way I did it in here. So, time... Calculation uses... Add time. Add time. Valid fill for LP lock schema. No such table. Let's see if we created the table. We did not. Okay. We'll get there. Perfect. Perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. Let's get this cat. There we go. Lock it up. We locked it up. So we just locked up 5 KDA. You could lock up KDA here. You could lock up LP tokens. You can pretty much lock whatever you wanted, I guess. It creates a place for you to store it. I don't really restrict as long as it follows this format for tokens. I don't care. I suppose you could use it for like a token locker actually if you wanted to. Like I think a KDS has a token locker. I don't want the level that they have, but I can make a very simple one that just literally locks it for a period of time and give you keys to your own balance. Yeah. Just break this contract and call it a day. So, alright, so that locked it up. Now let's do define get dash lookup game count string and token. Really, you're not gonna help me out here. Stupid computer AI. And then we'll use format dash name. So we'll read p dash lock get dash lockup Bob blank. Look at that. Mobcoin now has 5 tokens locked. We'd have to change the chain data in REPL, which I'll do that, and I'll create a bunch of boring tests. To do that on my own time. What's your experience with AI-assisted development tools? Oh man, AI-assisted development tools are fantastic if you know how to write good code. They are fantastic if you know how to write no code. They will leave you wanting more if you're in the middle, in my opinion. The no coders will benefit because they wouldn't have done it another way. Not to say that it'll work. And the people who really understand it, I feel like can give it the best prompts. I could show you like my prompt voodoo to like get the result I want. But what I find is I spend more time like simple stuff. I love giving it simple tasks. I've said it a million times. I love giving AI simple tasks because it's really fast and efficient. But if I wanted it to like do what I just did, even though this is very, very simple, it would be still struggling to figure out how to format this stuff. And it would overcomplicate it. This function would be like 3 times the size. I can pick that code out like a mile away. Well, I don't even know if I need to do this level, and I'll try to clean it up. I just wanted a simple function. So if I wanted to do, for example, if I want to lock up, let's just do another one, a whole another one. Just do a whole another transaction. Do not need to load that contract again. Lock it up twice. Like 10 minutes. Let me see if I can do this. All right. We're going to do 50 this time. 50. And then let's see. I need a date. The chain data. I'm just going to steal this. Okay, lock it up twice. All right. Boom. There we go. So actually, let me do this. So weird. All right, now you can see when we run through all this, what we would do is we'd put expect in here. And I like to do expect and expect failure so then we can show the results, but let's just do this. So you can first see when we did transaction lock it up, which is this first one, we put in 5 tokens and we locked them, and that's our unlock date. And what you'll notice, I added, I think, 24 hours. What you'll notice is when I added the extra 50 tokens, my unlock date incremented by what was in my contract, which I think this is 24 hours. 86,400. I'm pretty sure that's a whole 24 hours. Oh my god, yeah, it is. Like, my brain, it doesn't work in the afternoons. So you would just, lock up more. And if you had a different token, like I've got test tokens in here in this repo that I'll use. And then I've got a DEX pair in here that I'm going to test the LP tokens on. Commingle, I don't care. You could lock up tokens in here. You could lock that up. I may restrict it so that it has to come from the contract namespace so that you can't game this. Like, maybe you could, but like, I think I can lock it down so I have to pull in a capability from the token generation contract for LP. It would be very difficult, I think, to break it from there. Not impossible, and nothing seems to be impossible in this world, but what do I use the most? Claude. I use myself the most. Actually, if I want, I like doing XAI with fun mode on. I get some early stuff on X, so people see me. I post a lot on X for a reason. You can get the attention of like videos. Like I'll notice like one of the engineers may pop on and do something, or like I've had a question before of like the quality and stuff like that. So I think the more you do stuff, even though my account's really small, I probably generate a lot of activity, uh, especially with videos and stuff. And the more I stream, the more attention they get. And so for me, if we want to bring attention to what we're doing, the more I do this, actually, the better. Yeah, Claude seems to be the best. ChatGPT, like I'll be honest, like they've disappointed me so much. Like they're just like moving sideways now. Like I feel like they've gone off a cliff that they're never going to climb back up. Everybody else is moving so fast. It's like they're dinosaur like monoliths now. Like I don't know. Anyways, I'm happy that worked. I'll have to next. I'm gonna just capability. I'm gonna do the rest to actually secure this before I go too far. I'm gonna get the ability to withdraw done, where it'll check the dates, and you can't withdraw until the date. Very easy logic, actually. And that's it. So you could actually create, like I said, you could create a different record for as many tokens as you want. You could do 100, you could do 1,000, you could do 10,000. I try to keep them separate. I mean, we're just changing this. So from like these two values, from like a gas standpoint, this thing could be infinite. Like there's no like limitation. If you do a list and you like track via lists, you eventually could run into that. But I try to keep everything decoupled, and I'll have like an event in here. I'll have an event in here that gives me all this data, like current lock date, and then I can show those stats real time on the website, like real time, with my WebSocket listeners, or service. So that's next. That's coming on. If I have time this week, that'll all go live on TokenGo. Some of it's already live. Swapping on there is live. You can only swap one way because I believe in only up. You can swap back if you want it on the DEX. If you swap it on TokenGo or Links, you are directly contributing back to a community project. What that means will be shown as we get more volume. I can show what that means, and that's it. That's kind of like the big thing that I'll be pushing people for is if you're going to use a site at 100 tokens, the price of everything goes down a little bit. So there's an incentive there. Like if we hit our goal, for example, like our donation goal, all the code will become open source. Anybody can pull it. So there's some cool stuff with that. Like, I think some of it directly goes back to Project LP, and I think that'll get shared by a couple projects just to kind of give back. But like, there's like some cool little things. Like, I just wish people, other than just like, oh my god, tokens go up. There's other things that we can do. So those are all baked in. I don't have them published per se because I don't want people to game it. But there'll be some stuff. Cursor's good too. I love VS Code. It's not even working right now. But Autopilot or Copilot in VS Code, I really like that. I think I disabled it because I was working on something I didn't want anybody stealing what I was working on. So I have to disable a bunch of my automated stuff. But I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna work on this a little bit more tonight, and then I want to stream some more. I don't want to do it all off stream and then come back. I want to finish this up maybe tomorrow, and I'll write tests for it tonight because those are boring. So I'll write some more tests and make sure everything is working as I want it to, and test these capabilities and stuff a little bit further. So with that, hope everybody has a good day. I want to do more pop-up streams again. I enjoy these. whether people enjoy them or not. What part you do enjoy, let me know. What part you don't, let me know. I always ask. You're probably already following me on Twitter, but if you could subscribe to our YouTube channel, it's in should be on the link, but I'll post that again probably later. So with that, hope everybody has a good day. I got to jump, get ready for a call, and gonna keep plugging away. But you'll see. I think it's more fun showing everybody like what's going on behind the scenes, even if it's just an hour or two a week. You can kind of see like I'm very inefficient talking and coding. I haven't figured that out. It's been a while since I was good at that, but I'll get back to it. So, anyways, have a good day, everyone, and thanks.